most developer runs git commit in day-to-day life, but very few developers is actually aware of what is really happening behind the scenes. So basically git silently create tree, blob and commit objects. So let's decode this, like how and what is happening behind the scenes. So let's have a quick recap. So in our previous lecture we have studied like whenever we do a git add command, the file transitions basically from the untracked area to staging area, and there are basically two backend things that really happens. The first thing that really happens is actually a blob got created for that file, and the second thing that really happens is the index file got updated. So let's see, like when we run git commit command, what really happens behind the scenes. So from the surface level we know, like when we run commit, our file transitions from the staging area to commit area and our version got created. But behind the scene, the first thing that happen is basically the index file, that like from our previous lecture, it is basically a temporary file or a temporary snapshot, and it contains the hashes of all the blob objects, right? So the first thing that happens when you run git commit, this index, from this index file a tree object got created. And basically I just wanted to share you, like the first plumbing command or the first backend command that really runs is basically the command is called as git write tree. So whenever an index is used to create a tree, the command that really do behind the scenes is git write tree. Now the second thing that really happens is that from the from the tree object that is created, the single hash got generated. So basically how git does is, git uses another plumbing command, or we can say another backend command, and the backend command is called as git commit tree. So let's summarize it, right? So basically whenever we are running git commit, there are two commands that is running behind the scenes. The first command is called as git write tree, and what it is doing is it is basically creating a tree object from the index file. And the second command that is running behind the scene is git commit tree, and what it is doing is from that tree object it is basically generating a single hash, or we can say a commit id, right? So now let's try a demo and let's feel it and let's see like whatever we discuss it is actually happening. So let us first create a directory, and we ran a command mkdir sample project. Let's go into that directory. So cd sample project, cd is for change directory, and then we are using ls-a command, and we are seeing like there is no files present, no hidden files present, so this repo is actually not initialized. So let's initialize this repo and let's run the command git init. Oh, and now our repo is initialized, and now our repo becomes a git repo. Now when we are running basically a ls-a command, we can see the hidden directory that is called as .git directory, and now this repo is initialized. So now let's create a file touch new.txt, and let's echo into that file creating first version in git, and let's add that through a redirection in this new.txt, and let's run the command. So with git status we can see like this new.txt is currently in the untracked area. Now basically we will run command git add new.txt, and now it will do is from git status command we can see like the file is in basically in the staging area. Now we create our first version, so git commit -n creating first version in git, and tada, we are able to actually create our first version. So with git log command we can basically see, yeah, our first version is created. Great. Now let's try to create the second version, but this time what we will do is we will basically create the second version using only the backend commands or the plumbing commands, and we will not use this front end command. So we will not use the git commit command, right? So let's do touch next.txt, and we will echo in the file like creating second version using plumbing commands. Okay, creating second version in git using plumbing commands. And let's add this in next.txt, and then we can run basically git status, and we can see, yeah, this next.txt is in untracked area. Now we can run git add next.txt. Now, okay, the command that we have to run is basically git write tree, and we can basically see like the tree object is created. Now how we can verify it? If you are guessing it correctly, let's go in that .git directory and tree. When we run this tree dot command, we can basically see like tree object is actually created. And if you really want to see the content of that tree object, we can use a git cat file command, and we can see basically the tree object is starting with 6a and ending with cb81, right? Let's basically see basically the content using the cat file command, and we can copy this 6a and then this one, right? uh, yeah, so basically now we can see like in this tree object we have the hashes of the blob stored for both new.txt and next.txt. And now the next command we have to run is basically git commit tree. And what we need to do is, I just wanted to tell you guys, is after this git commit tree we have to specify the version. We have to specify basically not the version, I mean we have to specify basically the hash of the tree object, so that we can say like you want to create the final hash from this tree object. So we are specifying the hash of the tree object, and then we are giving a message creating second version in git. And now we can see basically the single hash is generated, and this is basically our commit id. So this final single hash that is starting from 3e3 and ending with 517, so this is basically the single hash or the commit id, and hence we are able to create the second version without using git commit command and only using the plumbing commands that we have learned. Now actually we have seen the demo, and in our demo we are able to create our second version without using git commit command. Now I just wanted to share you one more concept, and the concept is basically like, let's say we have created a version, right, and we want to roll back the version. I mean, let's say you have created two versions and you want to roll back to the first version. So how we can do that? So basically there is a command for doing it, and the command is basically called as git reset. But there is a catch here, right? And the catch is basically git reset command has basically two flags. The first flag is called as hyphen hyphen soft flag, and the second flag is called as hyphen hyphen hard flag. So let's see in detail what it means. So whenever you are basically running a command git reset with hyphen hyphen soft flag, and then you have to write one more thing. You have to write basically head tilde, and then you have to write one. So what this head head representing is, head is basically representing your latest version. So basically think it like it is a reference which is representing the latest version. So let's say you have created 500 versions, so the head will be at the 500th version. Let's say you have two versions, right? Currently we have two versions, so the head is at the second version. So head always represents the latest version, and we are going to study about this head thing in detail in next lecture itself. So yeah, so now we know like this is the reference and head is representing the latest version, and now we are adding one more thing, that is tilde and one, which basically means I want to roll back one version. Let's say I want to roll back two version, then you can say head tilde 2. So basically the whole command will become git reset hyphen hyphen soft head tilde 1 if you want to roll back one version. So what this hyphen hyphen soft flag means? So this flag basically means is, whenever you are specifying this flag, you are telling it right, telling it like whenever you are roll back the version, whatever the changes that I have commit in my current version, you bring back those changes in the staging area. So let's say you have created two versions, and in the second version basically let's say you have committed a file that is next.txt, right? So whenever you roll back to first version, the next.txt file which is committed in actually the second version will come in staging area. So this is basically used whenever we want to roll back and we want to see what are the changes we made, right? And we don't want to delete all the changes itself, right? Now the second flag, that is basically called as hyphen hyphen hard flag. So the command is basically git reset hyphen hyphen hard head tilde 1. So what this hard flag means is whenever you are rollbacking a version, you basically whatever the changes that I made in the current version, you removed all this thing and reset to the previous version. So let's say you have two versions, right? And let's say in first version you have committed new.txt, in second version you have committed next.txt, right? So whenever you run this command git reset hyphen hyphen hard head tilde 1, what will happen is whatever the changes we have committed, it will basically get deleted and your basically current version is set to the previous version. So what will really happens is whenever we run this command, what really happens is whatever the changes, let's say in our case we have made the changes in next.txt, so this whole file will get deleted and the whole thing will get reset to the first version. So this is little bit dangerous, right? So I just wanted to tell all of you guys is whenever you are using a git reset command, try to use hyphen hyphen soft command, so that whenever you are rollbacking a version, whatever the changes that you made in the current version, it comes in the staging area and you don't delete it. But if you did a hard reset, let's say you did git reset hyphen hyphen hard flag head tilde 1, whatever the changes that you have made in the current version, it will get deleted, permanently deleted. So it's very very dangerous. Try to avoid it as much as you can and only use it in emergency, right? So let's see the demo and let's see basically whatever we talked, it is actually getting applied in real world or not. So let's make a directory. So we are making mkdir sample project. Let's go into that directory, cd sample project. Let's initialize this repo. So we have run git init command. Now let's echo a file touch new.txt and let's basically echo create first version in git in that new.txt. And now let's add this file basically to the staging area. So git add new.txt, and the last command that we have to run is git commit -m creating first version in git, right? So this way we are able to create our first version in git. Now let's create the second version as well, right? So let's run this command git log and we can basically see, right, our first version is created, right? Now let's try to create the second version as well. So basically let's do a touch next.txt and then we will do a echo creating second version in git. And then basically we will do git add next.txt to add that file in the staging area. And now we'll create the second version. So the command will be git commit -m creating second version in git. Oh, there is a problem here. Let's see. Okay, I think the quotes is the problem. So I have, yeah, so we have to basically specify single quote on both the ends. As I can see, the first one has a single quote and ending I did a double quote by mistake. Yeah. So basically now our version is created. Now when we are running git log command, we can basically see two versions, right? First version and second version as well. Now let's try to revert it from second version to first version, and first we will do basically a reset with soft flag. So git reset hyphen hyphen soft head tilde and 1. Now I just want to tell all of you guys is this tilde is basically present on the top left of your keyboard below escape character. So if you have the escape basically key, so below escape key there is a tilde sign, right? So now when we run this command, we have actually rolled back, and when we see a git status, we can basically see that the next.txt file is basically now in the staging area, right? And when we run the git log command, we have now a single version in git and the second version is rolled back. Tada! Now let's see like how we can do a hard rollback, right? So let's commit this file again. So git commit -m creating second version in git. So now this next.txt will again get committed and we will again have two versions. Now what we can do it is, let's run a git log command and we can basically see right now we have two versions. So now we will run the command git reset -- hard flag and then basically head tilde 1. So what, if you can guess what it will do, it will basically reset the whole thing and now you have only one version and the next.txt changes will be gone forever. So this is quite dangerous, right? So when we are running the git log command, we can only see the first version, and with git status we can basically see like there is no file in the staging area, so our next.txt is gone. So this hard reset is used to roll back, but it is little bit dangerous and it should be used very carefully. So actually we have done with our demo and we have basically seen like how we can basically revert the file from the commit area to the staging area. So I just wanted to tell all of my viewers is like that's all for today, and if you are liking my video you can subscribe to my channel and you can follow me on Insta and Twitter for more updates. Thanks a lot, thanks again, let's see in next video.